This is a short video talking about the TLR and why it turns so well. And it's a clip out of my longer video that I did with Savoya about pillow ball cars and C-Hub cars and the differences between them. I made a playlist including this video, and I'll add all the videos that have to do with C-Hubs and pillow balls in there so you can find them all easily. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe. We need to reach 10,000 subscribers because that's when I can buy a Kyosho and go to the Kyosho Masters, and I really want to do that. So thanks for subscribing. The TLR, because this was a car that actually originally when it was released, they released one version which just didn't work at all. Actually, they didn't even release it. I think they made a car and they couldn't get it to work, so they had to remake it, partially at least. Now the problem that they faced was that they basically made they just put, I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest, but they just copied a Mugen rear end and put it on a car, and then they had a sort of Losi style front end on it. And well, the front end was just too aggressive, so the front end was steering a lot, and then the rear end, as we've discussed, also turned the car. So when you were mid-corner and you got on power, they would just do a donut, basically, if you weren't paying attention. Like the front end would turn the car and the rear end would turn the car. So if you remember, I said the pillow ball car, front end, very numb, neutral. Rear end turns the car. Okay, voila, we're good. Kyosho, front end turns the car, rear end grips very good. Good and stable. So TLR made a car where both ends of the car were aggressive. And even now, so we look at the current one, which is the fixed version, it still has this same thing where they have this C-Hub steering, plus they have this knuckle is super long. So they have a lot of offset here on the front, and with that offset, they have a big scrub radius. So that's going to make the front end quite aggressive. And then when we look at the rear end of, I didn't find a bigger picture of this, but when we look at the rear end of the TLR, you see here that it's like a Mugen, this hub. The hinge pin is here and the hex is very close. So very little offset, and the center point of the wheel will be to the inside of the hinge pin. So it will do what a Mugen does. Go in the corner, mid-corner, you get on power, the rear end will want to turn the car. So that's TLR's problem, actually. So the people who are having issues with this car because it turns too much, that's the problem. The front end is turning the car and the rear end is turning the car. So the front end is super aggressive off power, and on power it turns the car also. And then the rear end off power is sort of neutral to slightly loose, and then when you get on power it turns the car also. So that's all there is to it. That's the issue.